A Facebook oversight board has accused the company of withholding information about a program that reportedly shields millions of VIP users from Facebook's normal rule enforcement protocols. In a report published Thursday, the oversight board says that the tech giant has, quote, not been fully forthcoming with the board on its CrossCheck system. CrossCheck monitors content related to high-profile users like politicians and celebrities. And a recent Wall Street Journal investigation concluded that CrossCheck has, quote, protected public figures whose posts contain harassment or incitement to violence, violations that would typically lead to sanctions for regular users. For more, let's bring in CBS News technology reporter Dan Patterson. Hi there, Dan. Give us a little bit of context about what exactly CrossCheck does and why the Oversight Board is concerned about the program.
Hi, Lana. It's good to see you. So the CrossCheck program was designed to shield or exempt certain high-profile individuals. These are world leaders, celebrities, individuals Facebook considered newsworthy from content moderation policies, both by automation, that's artificial intelligence, and human content moderators. We don't know exactly when CrossCheck went into effect, but it looks as though around early 2018, when Facebook instituted a number of changes to the newsfeed designed to what they had hoped or said at the time, increase quality posts from family and friends, and ironically, to decrease the amount of political content you saw in your newsfeed. But of course, these newsmaker posts or the CrossCheck posts were designed to get engagement, or their posts that were considered high profile, and so they weren't minimized in the algorithm like some other content might have been.
Well, Dan, according to the Wall Street Journal, which first reported on the discrepancies with CrossCheck, Facebook spokesperson Andy Stone said that criticism of the program was fair and that the company is working to fix issues. But help me understand this. How does a program like CrossCheck go from being a quality control measure to shielding users from enforcement and accountability?
Yeah, that's a pretty logical question. And to be fair, Facebook has been pretty open in their criticism of this, or their critiques at least, of this program. You would imagine that that's a pretty logical question to answer. If you have a program that exempts certain users from content moderation, you could kind of think that maybe that would be exploited on the flip side. So what the Oversight Board has asked for is Facebook to be a little more, what they say, fair, or Facebook has asked the Oversight Board for guidance on how they can be a little more fair in their application of their rules. It sounds as though Facebook at least kind of wants to get this right, and they're asking the Oversight Board for the kind of guide rails on where to go with these policies.
So let me ask you about that. And if your dog wants to weigh in, he, of course, he or she should feel free to do so. But
he is a news pup after all.
But Facebook, as they very often do, asks the Oversight Board for recommendations on how to fix CrossCheck. We've seen Facebook do that before. When it has criticisms, it says, all right, tell us what you want us to do. So has the board responded to that, Dan?
Yeah, the Oversight Board is kind of working with Facebook to define what exactly these guide rails might be, because it's a fairly dynamic situation. They say that they are reaching out to experts for guidance. So these are academics and researchers. They're asking the public for their comments on the issue, and they're also reaching out to a broad range of, they say, voices who are influential in the space. So and I know that sounds kind of broad, but I think that they genuinely have a desire to make sure that the Oversight Board is able to provide a good set of policies for Facebook to handle content, because often when you do have individuals who are arguably very newsworthy or newsmaking, they can be the same individuals who exploit platforms like this. So it's a tricky situation for both Facebook and the Oversight Board, but they're kind of interoperating to figure out how policy should be applied.
Well, critics are concerned that the Oversight Board has very limited authority. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's right. So the oversight board can't force Facebook to enact any policies, and in fact, they've criticized Facebook pretty recently for not sharing information about content, or all the information about certain types of content on the site. So, kind of like our own court systems can rule on laws, it really takes the executive branch or Facebook itself to enact policies.
All right, Dan, thanks so much for joining and helping us to understand this.
Great to see you.